Pokemon 3D is the first Pokemon game I have seen that lets you explore this 3D world in an entirely new perspective. A first and third person Pokemon 3D world that interacts with you from the first person or third person point of view, depending on your choice. The game introduces a long-awaited front view version of the game instead of the original top-down gameplay that we're all traditionally used to. Just like in games like Pokemon Yellow, we are used to seeing the top-down gameplay. However, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl tried to bring the front view, but it didn't really make it front view, so they decided to make a PC version with a first-person point of view. So that's great. This game is exactly as any version of Pokemon, and is actually based on the Pokemon Gold version. It also has the same kind of story, or somewhat close enough. However, in Pokemon 3D, you are not limited to just making 2 characters. You have the choice to make an assortment of great characters and assortment to choose from. All customizable in terms of names, and with such variety comes the addition to the fact that these are all characters that came from other games, such as Pokemon Emerald. This game is just like any other classic Pokemon games and allows you to battle trainers, and features an animated battle sequence just like that of the originals, except in a 3D world and in a new perspective. The signature of the game is the ability to do battle with friends and do co-op. Although this game is still in beta and or is just released, the co-op is rather buggy, but you can still see and get into people's servers as you can try to figure out how to walk around as a Pokemon the entire time. But the bugs are still being worked out, and there's a lot of updates constantly being added to the game. So we hopefully will have co-op and being the ability to battle with friends soon. The music is nothing different either, and all the classic Pokemon gameplay music is there, and the difficulty is rather raised when you try to explore dark caves and large forests when you get lost in the process of getting out. However, Pokemon 3D manages to keep its pixelated style in a somewhat Minecraft engine style, pretty much just like how Skyrim and Fallout use the same exact engine, and as such plays in a similar fashion to Minecraft. Like if you press F3 you can see stats and coordinates. Except for the fact that you have to walk around, not worrying about creepers the entire time, and you get to battle Pokemon and travel the world. Then again, the caves are still very scary, because when they're large it's like you entered the world of Slender. Besides keeping the game to its original status, it also invites a new UI, and as you utilize your mouse and keyboard to play the game, it actually is kind of hard to navigate without adjusting your mouse settings a bit. Also, the game is just as frustrating when you don't save. I had so much problems with this when I first started playing the game, and I thought I was doing really well, and then I forgot to save the game when I just completely quit the game because I thought this was like Minecraft, so I quit and I forgot that this didn't have an autosave feature, so it completely destroyed all my data. Make sure you save your game, guys. It really helps. Battling gym leaders is just as difficult as a top-down gameplay, and while it may seem like you can be able to breeze along, any true Pokemon fan knows that you have to have the right Pokemon and the right skills to toughen against any gym leader or foe. Some of the flaws of the game are relevant in things like working the PC and accessing Ash's PC. You can also not see certain, if not most, attacks because the game is still working out all the bugs of the animations. Tackle and stat booster skills such as String Shot still work, but many powers do not have animations yet, as the game is still only in its beta mode and or barely has been released to public. The game mode right now for me has been updated to 0.22, so depending on what time you've watched it, you can get a general idea of what they're going to be adding to the game later on. The game has very much problems, however, and with the work already done to make the game exciting for the future, you will still have to run into trillions of Pokemon and deal with mean foes like Douchecock over here. A plus, however, is the ability to change camera modes and see the Pokemon on your first slot walk around with you, similar to Pokemon Yellow. I love that feature. Any Pokemon that you have in your first slot, you will be able to see walk around with you, and you can also interact with them, which makes it a plus for me. Although not perfect, this game is just as exciting as any other, and even though perspective and UI are great, the game is not much different than playing the Game Boy Advance versions of Pokemon. However, it is completely free, with tons of updates, and it's in first-person point of view. So for all this, we are willing to give this game an 8 out of 10. Check it out for yourself. You will get addicted if you're not already addicted to Pokemon. If you never liked Pokemon, you probably won't like this, but if you like Minecraft, you might like this game. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them below. Otherwise, this is LiteCast Studios. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, see you next time. Have a nice day, guys.